What up? What up?
What up?
Hey.
Oh, Young Jeezy. Hey.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Combo Breakers podcast. Your source for everything gaming.
Yes.
I am Jack, aka Mr. Bilbo Swaggins, and to my left,
we got Mr. Magic. Your boys in the building.
Oh, you got sound effects?
hell yeah, cha-ching.
What does the cha-ching have to do with magic?
You might need to just start saying abracadabra or something.
I mean, I did whip out that
better
abracadabra
practice
on
your
Mario
Doctor
last
Strange
week. You know what I
hand
mean?
signals.
You know what I mean? I'll be in what? Like 10 to 3? 10 to 3?
We got Mr. Zenyatta, aka Peace, aka
Intro's only supposed to take like a
Wait.
We gotta hear this, man.
What happened?
Let him make his intro, all right?
All right, you gonna bring your intro back, bro?
Mine?
We heard you.
Yeah,
We heard you. Your
your
time
turn.
over, bro.
Oh, okay, it's my turn.
This RPG is Jack's turn.
I'll bring it back. I said you got Mr. Zenyatta himself, aka Mr. At Peace. With everything.
That's how you go do it.
AKA Just Cosplay, aka Jet. You know, keep it moving.
All right, you boy. It's your boy Ice Cold crushing that thing. We're crushing that ice so you can get your drinks cool.
Okay. Okay, I see you.
You know that ice that you get at the gas station, those little cubes?
The good guy.
The good ice. The good ice.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you
He
can't
wait
top
for the
it
shot.
now.
He
You
wait.
can't top it
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
I can't.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got-
he can if he do
I
the
got
Pillsbury
bodied.
Doughboy.
I got bodied like this time. Everybody came with it. So this time, last, but definitely not least, because y'all already know, it's Ouija time, aka Super L in this mug. Super M is taking a break.
Oh, you.
Super L Ouija time.
Wait,
Y'all know what it is.
I got a question. You handing L's or you taking them?
I'm handing them out, but you know what? I will jump out ahead of this,
Okay.
like the politician that I am.
Oh, okay.
And just let everybody know.
You gonna preface this?
Yeah,
with
last
some-
week I did take on a few more L's than
Okay.
I thought I would.
It happens.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? We all lose.
Mr. Magic gave me some L's. It happens from time to time. I just want to clear the air on
It takes
that.
a big man to admit when he takes some L's. you
Because
know what
I am a bigger man than Mr. Avery.
Whoa. Hold on.
We just have to put that out there. I don't like to do the cheap shots. I just let everybody know fair and square.
That wasn't no
Mr.
cheap
L,
shot.
Super L takes L's.
This has to be the longest intro we
You know
ever
what I'm
did.
saying?
Damn, Skippy.
So
All right.
with
Listen,
that,
intro.
with that,
What episode is this?
This is episode
10.
And we getting it in.
We are
on that haha David shit.
right.
So since we're on 10, like Mortal Kombat, we're gonna call it episode X.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe I should put that
Put
shit
that in.
the-
Put
the-
it in
yeah.
the books. This episode X.
Yeah, I
Yes.
should put that on the card for
Because
the,
you know what it is? It is Mortal Kombat's anniversary. So you know we
is.
got to do
Yes.
it right. You know
the right way.
25th anniversary.
25 fucking years. I know we touched on this last time,
Yep.
but it's Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
This is like our life's blood in a sense.
This is
Like, what would the world be without Mortal Kombat?
a very
There would be
boring
no
place.
rating system.
Nope.
There wouldn't be any
Video
rating
games?
system.
No.
I mean, maybe something might have came on later, but it
Killer
wouldn't have been.
Instinct probably would have had it.
It wasn't as gory as Mortal Kombat.
It wasn't
though.
fatality.
They did have fatalities, but
They
they weren't
say
like
fatal.
they weren't fatalities.
Right. Before that, no one was just so blatant about pulling your spine
Yeah.
out of your backside.
It was jarring and shocking at the time.
Like, I mean, look, think about it. Like, South Park did the same thing. M did the same thing. It was just we weren't ready for it.
Gotcha. All right, we're at 4 minutes. Jack, what we got?
For real?
We keep
We were
talking.
No.
So
We were talking about
Something that we're actually going to talk about.
Yeah,
I mean, I
the
thought,
No.
Hey, man,
look at the paper. It's in your hand.
We off
Pay
script right
attention
now.
to the paper.
We are off script.
This is in the paper. Dollar bill. Dollar bill.
Get the paper, man.
Oh god, this is.
It's
I
on
just
there.
want the paper. I just want the paper.
But yeah, 25th anniversary of Mortal Kombat. We touched on it last time, but I kind of wanted to go back around and get some more memories from everybody because I know there's a lot more to it than your cousin uppercutting you in the corner.
Yeah.
So I want to hear like a random ass memory from y'all.
I remember the first time I got Animality on.
I was about to say the
it was
same
a
thing.
fucking Sub-Zero. I guess it was my brother since it wasn't online. And he turned into a bear, and that shocked the fuck out of me. I was like, "Where's the Coca-Cola?" There's a bear. He turned into a
It
bear.
was legit like a polar bear too.
Yeah,
it wasn't
it
just
was
like
a
a regular
polar
ass
bear.
bear.
I remember being in the flea market, right,
Okay.
at the electronics store and like bumming quarters from my aunt to go play Mortal Kombat. And I remember this little kid, he used to play all day, and I challenged him, and I thought I was the coldest.
Coldest?
Yeah, with my boy Sub-Zero, because he was, he was
damn, everybody use Sub-Zero?
Sub-Zero was cool, man.
Yeah, my brother used Sub-Zero.
Yeah. I got bonus points on that one.
I see what you did.
Yeah. And then he pulled out that Liu Kang dragon and he ate me. I had never seen a fatality before. And
Wait, I got you.
What's up?
I got you on fatalities. It's the most fucking ridiculous fatality.
Oh, are you gonna talk about what I think you're gonna talk
It's
about?
two of them.
Okay,
by
go
the
ahead,
same
go ahead,
person.
go ahead.
Number one.
Can I say it before you say it?
Go ahead.
I don't want to interrupt. Do I need to raise my hand?
No, what? You got it. Who is it?
I think you might be talking about the Quan Chi
Oh
fatality.
yeah, Rich Homie Quan.
Where he pulls off your
to Mortal
fucking
Kombat
leg.
But
yes,
that's one of them.
and he beats you to death, and it just keeps going.
That's one
It
of
just
them.
keeps going.
He beats the shit out of you.
You're
They had
like,
an MK9 too. It was great.
The fuck is this?
They should have brought that back in
That was
MK.
Yeah, they
pure-
should've.
That embodied Quan Chi right there.
But that's not the one.
Which one? What's
The one that I'm talking about.
Go ahead,
That's
Daniel, son.
number 2. The one I'm talking about is the one in Deadly Alliance, where he don't do shit but jump on your shoulders, wrap some shit around your neck, and stretch your fucking neck out
You gotta-
and jump off. You walking around with
With
a
a with the giraffe neck.
Yo,
That was
That
stupid.
shit was so ridiculous.
That was stupid. Oh, this makes no sense.
Bruh, I don't. Why?
Bruh.
I don't know. It was so bad. It was awesome.
Man, y'all remember how stiff Mortal Kombat used to be?
Bro, you
Oh
not
my god,
lying.
especially Mortal Kombat
You are
4.
not lying.
man.
Golden
Yeah,
age
dude.
though.
Hey, but
bro.
you got to
It
talk
was.
about the ups and downs, man. Remember the female faces back in the day?
Oh god.
Oh God.
Thank
Shit,
God.
they just now getting that right.
Thank
Yeah, they were still at MK9. They were still
didn't get it
bad.
right on 9.
But with Injustice, they got it right.
They got it
though.
right.
Yeah, they
And
got
you
it.
know,
They got it right.
and you
So
know
you know
when
one-
MK.
Not the first Injustice. Wonder Woman was still looking like a man. What you talking about?
That was where it
that was
started.
the first
What
Injustice.
Injustice are we
2
playing
they
right
did.
now?
I mean, Injustice 2. I mean, they looking like
It's
women,
okay,
but
Avery. I'm patting Avery on the back, everyone. It's okay, Avery.
I
We're talking
remember,
about
I remember the
Injustice,
first time.
I know.
I remember the first time I met Mutaro
Oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah. I
on Mortal
questioned
Kombat
his
3,
existence.
Mortal Kombat Trilogy.
Yeah.
Yo,
He was cheap.
motherfucker. He deflected projectiles just cause.
Yes.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you couldn't hit him with shit.
Yeah, fuck Motaro. And you remember in I forgot. I think it was Armageddon, the one where they put everybody in there, where they
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
put
yeah.
Motaro in there, gave
And he
him
only
2
had
legs.
2 legs. Yeah, that shit was
Hey, what
ugly
kind of
as fuck.
shit was
That
that?
shit was ugly
It
as
was
fuck.
weird.
This
It was
is
weird.
getting weird.
Ugly.
Hey, quick question, y'all. What was y'all's most frustrating fight in
Mutaro.
Mortal Kombat?
Mutaro.
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn.
Yeah, I'm about to
Hands
say
down,
Shao
Shao
Kahn,
Kahn,
too.
bro.
Shit, you can freeze.
Man,
Shao Kahn.
I went through like 3 controllers,
Bro,
dog.
Shao Kahn did
Also
3 moves.
Shao Kahn,
Yeah,
dog.
you did
That
die.
spear?
Oh, and then when he hit you with the hammer, you
And the
get
shoulder.
stunned, so he
Right.
hit you again and you lose half your life.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, he wasn't
Bruh.
shit.
Yeah.
He's ass.
Fuck him.
Fuck
Yeah.
Shao
Fuck
Kahn.
Fuck him.
Oh, you will never.
3 controllers. 3 controllers, y'all. 3
You
controllers.
can go through controllers now, though. So
Right.
that-
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
by just playing. That was the day I was actually literally
Remember when he
throwing
beat you?
controllers.
He'll tell he be like, you suck. I'll just tell you. He
Yeah.
give a fuck.
He was the
It made you
original
even
trash
more
talker.
madder.
Yeah, you remember? Like I think at the beginning of MK2, like at the beginning, he would walk out and just be like, "You suck," or like,
Yeah.
"You weak, pathetic fool."
Yeah.
Like, damn, I ain't even fucking get to press start yet. You already insulted me,
fuck out of
dog.
Hey, he the one who taught all of us about these mind games because he got in my head before I even picked up the controller. I'm like, I don't really feel like I want to fight this. You know who scared me the most as a little kid though? Kentaro.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't stand his design. It freaked me out.
Yeah,
like
he
it
was
was
a little scary looking.
He was
He
like
had that
I
little
just,
stance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
4 arms. I'm like, are you a bug? Are you a tiger? Are you man? What are you? I
And
was
the crazy shit was like back then, like Goro, Kitaro, Shiva, and shit like that. They were like little
OP as
maquettes.
shit.
Yeah,
Like they were made as like they modeled and like sculpted these characters and like digitized them and put them in the game.
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, man. I mean, the Mortal Kombat has been so good to me.
It's
over
come
these
a long
last
way.
couple of years, man. They even gave me a drunken master, the Borai Cho, when he first came out on the
That
scene.
was my
bruh.
guy. Him and Kenshi and Deadly Alliance.
They were the coolest ever. Blind swordsman and a drunk
Did you
dude.
know who I thought was cool? The
Who?
guy that almost had my name, Jarek. That dude sucked.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is so close to
Right.
my real name, Jared. Yeah, now you guys know whatever. And I was like, yes, a character. It's like they're saying my name, Jared. And I was like, no, but he sucks. I can't play with him.
Yep.
There was somebody on Mortal Kombat like, what was he?
He was on 4 first.
It was another dude named Darius though. It was a black
Oh,
dude.
he was
Oh,
in
yeah.
Shit, yeah, I was
His
like,
fatality was funny as shit.
Yeah.
He was in Armageddon.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Armageddon and the one before it.
yeah, because Armageddon had everybody that was previously in the
What
game.
was the one before that?
Deception?
Deception,
Yeah.
yeah. Because they had like that Chaos Realm and that Order Realm. He was part of Order Realm. He had a fucking,
He looked
like a
Blade.
Wilt Chamberlain costume.
Wait, what
Not
happened
Wilt.
to
Was it
the
Wilt Chamberlain? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's what it was.
Yeah.
the other black guy with the
Kai?
actual? Yeah, he used to come from the sky.
Oh,
I
Luke
think.
Kang's homie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot
He
about
had
him.
the white tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kai, the African.
Hey, noob. Ed Boom. We need him back in the game because we need more black characters.
Oh,
bruh.
speaking of requests,
Okay.
I got
gonna
one
be blunt.
request.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be blunt.
Bring back Shaolin monks.
Oh, man.
Yo,
Okay.
quick. Did you know that you can shoot the spirit scorpion and he'll say, "Get the fuck over here"? I heard it one time. I'm not bullshitting.
Actually,
No, yes.
Because they use that as sound bites, like randomly, just people.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
remember
played that
shit.
game one time and I shot the spear and he said, "Get the fuck over here." I paused the game.
He's like, wait,
Me and my cousin, we was playing that shit. I paused the game and I looked at him. And he looked at me. He was like, "Did you?" It was like we didn't say shit, but it was like that. Did you hear what the fuck I just heard? And we just started wilding. I was like, "Did that motherfucker just say get the fuck over here?" I went on YouTube. I was like, "This shit." Russ started researching this
You
shit.
telling
You
me?
pull that shit up. Like, get the fuck over here.
And
God damn.
people underestimate that game, but that game was bomb.
It was.
And we need some co-op games nowadays.
That
So,
was okay.
Hey, NetherRealm, hook that up. We need some Shaolin monks in the light. We know y'all was working on like another version with like the Ice and Fire shit with Scorpion and Sub-Zero doing the same thing. I don't care. Just give us a game like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I feel like? I feel like we need some acapella background music whenever Jacoby gets close to the mic.
Oh yeah, like when I was talking to Janina, like, "Hey girl, we ain't talking about Battlefront 2 right now. I'm probably not gonna buy that game."
Which I heard was pretty good.
I heard it was good too.
Yeah.
Ain't a beta out for it?
No, the game is out.
oh, is the game
There's
out?
a
Really?
beta
Wow.
out for it too.
No, I thought the game was
No, it
out.
was a
The
beta.
game is out, right?
There was also a
I thought it was
beta.
a
believe-
beta.
Sure, let me look it up real quick. Keep talking to
All
the
right.
new.
I'm through. I love you, girl. Anyway, we'll move on. But yeah, bring back Shaolin monks. We want that. So next up, Overwatch.
Oh.
So it's about that time for some spooky, scary shits. And they got some new skins, and the Junkenstein event is back.
Yep.
But let's talk about these skins.
Look. I've been talking about these skins since I saw them leaked like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a Symmetra main, I saw that dragon looking like something like Jet. You said it straight out of World of Warcraft.
Yeah, man, that was dope.
And I was just like, mine. Mine.
take this.
Like,
Mine.
Yo, let's just break this down, man. From a character design standpoint, they have been whooping behind.
Blizzard kills it. Every single costume is like unique.
Unique. Look,
And
It
it's
had
not-
something really unique about it too.
Yeah.
Van Helsing McCree, right?
Oh,
He
that
got
actually
the
looks
ponytail.
dope.
He got the Tony tail.
Bruh. He got the vampire killer gun. It probably shoots
Bruh.
silver bullets.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I gotta give it up to their art team. Their art team is.
No,
Kill
I
it.
have
That
to
shit
give
is
it up to
stellar.
their art team and
Oh, I
their
haven't
art
seen that,
assistant.
May. Okay.
Dog, Hisenko May.
I know.
Senko may break
That shit
down what
crazy.
that is.
Bruh,
Yeah.
she even has the hop.
Okay.
Oh, she does?
Yes.
Get the
So-
fuck out of here.
Let,
Yes.
let me tell y'all what this is. So May has a skin, right? In the new update.
For the Darkstalkers, motherfuckers.
Well, not even that. This goes past Darkstalkers.
Yeah.
Darkstalkers got that from somewhere.
Yeah, this
So
cultural.
yes, cultural, Chinese culture. So there's this thing. They're essentially Chinese vampire zombies things called Jiangxi, and that's what Senko and Senko from Darkstalkers was.
Yeah.
So their whole thing was like they would just, they didn't move. They were zombies, apparently super strong, but they didn't do shit but like have their arms out in front of them and just hop. That Chaozu is one.
Yeah.
Y'all might not have known that, but
Yeah, he
Chaozu,
is.
when you look at his motions, like he does this a lot.
Yeah.
So he's a zombie?
Oh.
Yeah,
Essentially,
he's-
vampire
yeah,
zombie
he's a
thing. So
vampire
yeah,
zombie.
that's got cultural thing, which is dope that they brought that here.
And they look like clowns.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, they do sort of look like clowns. Yeah.
Speaking of vampires, we have the Reaper.
But here's what's interesting. Reaper's meta, right? He's a vampire. He's got the new buffs as of late that he steals, health from you.
Give me your health.
But then, May is just this frosty vampire, that it's going to be interesting. I wonder if, sometimes you have these skins that have special effects on them, like when May could turn into a like a snowman for the blizzard.
Oh yeah. From when she does her recovery thing.
I really wanted Symmetra.
Yeah, that's what Mario was just talking about. They just started looking at Symmetra's dragon skin.
It's that good, guys.
Yeah, it's really that good. I don't even play the game, but god
Straight out
damn.
of World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
And
it
the way
is.
that the wings tie around the waist,
Right.
like in a skirt.
They killed it.
And like
Game
her,
design.
the chest. Look at her weapon,
Oh
man.
shit, the
No.
weapon.
The
eye move.
It looks like the tyrant
Soul
eye in
Edge.
fucking Resident Evil.
Yes.
It's a Soul
Soul
Edge.
Edge.
It's Soul Edge.
That too.
Oh yeah, that's like that.
It's a straight Soul Edge.
They got
weapon.
that from Resident Evil too.
Tyrant
wasn't Resident Evil out first? Yeah, they got that from
Yeah,
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't, I'm just gonna say it was.
Did Soul Blade come out before Resident Evil?
Yeah, but that eye
we're in the
didn't move
90s
like
now. Fuck. I don't know. We're in the
That'd be a
90s
question
now.
for another
Yeah.
time.
We have
Yeah,
to research that. Soul Blade
Yeah.
was my shit though.
The most disappointing skin for Overwatch for me was Torbjorn.
Torbjorn is
It's
disappointing as
Well,
fuck.
because he could have. First of all, he should have been had that.
Right.
Right. It's a Viking. He
Yeah.
already is looked at as a Viking. He already talks like a fucking Viking.
Right.
That
Yeah,
should have
he's-
been theirs.
His
Like
name is Torbjorn. Bjorn.
he has a Viking
Right.
name,
Right.
Bjorn.
Right.
Bjorn.
Yeah.
Y'all waited a little too long to put that Viking skin.
Right.
But
Now-
we'll take it.
Now Zarya though has not gotten any love, and she has the
On her shirt says "Let's get physical."
it's straight 80s, bro.
80s as fuck.
Straight 80s, man. This thing is straight Kung Fury, man.
Yeah,
Like
straight Last Dragon, like
Like,
show
yo,
enough, like
I will be
cronies.
playing her and just literally listening to David Hasselhoff the entire time.
Oh,
And
what
she
was
has
it? The
a
song
sound
from Kung
speaker.
Fury?
Oh.
Action! If you wanna make it like a true survivor. Oh god, y'all go watch Kung Fury.
That shit's funny as fuck.
I was about to go with the whole song. If you let me rip,
Zenyatta.
Bruh. Oh, it's interesting to me because it says
That shit look
cultist, right? But we all
know
know
what that
we
is.
all know
It's
what
fucking
this is.
Cthulhu.
We know what Cthulhu.
what Cthulhu is.
Now, I wonder if his tranquility form will change with this one. If it's a Cthulhu,
We gonna have to play and see because
Boy,
I ain't played Overwatch.
I want him
myself.
to, or even if they just change the audio clip that says something other than experience tranquility. What's the opposite of tranquility? Complete
Despair
chaos,
or
some shit like
despair. If it's like experience,
They did that.
despair.
Oh yeah, because they did that for Mercy with her witch thing.
Yeah.
from last year. They was
Yeah.
like my minions or something.
Yeah.
never die or something.
Yes.
Yeah, they should totally do that.
What?
They should totally do that. That is a good ass idea that they had already,
Right.
and they should totally go again.
I cannot believe it. Are you kidding me? This would be great.
Are you fucking emulating that one dude?
Yes.
What's
You
it,
know-
Maxim Body or
Yes,
whatever?
Max and Batty.
That dude is ridiculous.
Hey, but you know what? There's an awful lot of pirate skins in this mug too. And this Captain Jack Sparrow Anna,
Yeah.
man, I hope the parrot says
That
something.
shit look dope.
I
Yeah, that'd be a bonus.
Yeah, that would be a bonus
That
like
would
a
be kinda
motherfucker.
hype.
it was
Heal him.
right.
Yeah, what if the parrot has all the voice lines?
Oh,
Oh, that'd be cool as fuck too. Hey, Blizzard, I think
Hey,
you need to
cue that
hire us
roll
for our
safe
ID.
meme.
right.
Y'all gonna about to cut us a check in a
Right, y'all
Right.
got us a check, Blizzard.
But
Yeah,
I'm a,
good.
who has your favorite skin? Let's just
It's
Go around.
tough, man. It's tough. I'm gonna go with because I haven't seen him in action, but just based off of looks, Symmetra's got my heart, man.
Damn, bro. I was
Yeah,
right
I'm
wrong
gonna
with
go
you.
with Symmetra,
That
too.
and Mercy. Her and Mercy.
well, Mercy's
Mercy
from
didn't-
last year.
Yeah, Mercy's from last year.
Well,
But it's still fire.
safe.
It's
I guess we should have clarified Halloween skins.
But I don't, man. It's,
I think I'm gonna have to go with Symmetra too,
and
man.
second
I'm gonna
for me
go
is
with Symmetra,
Zenyatta.
too.
Zenyatta
Yeah.
is second for me.
Now,
Now
and then third is Reaper.
Reaper's Reaper's
Yeah.
solid third. I think we're all in agreement on that one.
Yeah,
Symmetra
pretty
definitely
much.
takes it for everybody because
Man,
that
everything.
just look at it.
From head to toe, she's a new character.
That's
Yeah.
what I like about it. That's why I like that. I hate that they didn't do this for Torbjorn. They just made this motherfucker a Viking. And you made this a complete new character design.
Mhm.
Let's do something that's already been done in everybody's mind.
Right,
Just give it to
right.
them.
Like you can tell they had fun with Symmetra's like skin for this time around.
Now wait, how many pirates are in this game?
Like actual pirates, or
Yeah,
people who have
you've got
pirate
Anna's
skins?
pirate skin.
Oh, yeah.
You have
Torbjorn's
Torbjorn's
pirate
pirate
skin.
skin. Who else is a pirate?
Um,
I feel like there's another one.
Oh, Junkrat. No,
Roadhog.
Roadhog has a shark
Roadhog has
pirate.
the shark pirate
That's right.
skin.
That's right.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I'm gonna need a couple more. I'm gonna need themed teams.
Just going to round it out. Just give everybody at least one pirate skin. You know what I'm
because
saying?
we got two vampires currently,
True.
and Hanzo technically looked like a vampire in his other one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the demon one.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for a whole theme team. Let's go it. Let's get it going.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, I'm down with that too.
These shit's
That'll
a
be
bomb. We
smart.
need to play this shit at some point this week because I want to
to
get that Junkenstein up.
I already have the money for my first skin, man. I'm on a roll right now. I will be getting all of this.
He's on the road.
Next up, I want to talk about a couple smaller titles, some indie games,
I love
some
it.
indie fighting games.
All right.
Yeah, I already piqued Darius' interest with this one.
Is that Jesus game?
no.
Where you can
What
pick the
Jesus
logo?
game? What Jesus game you talking about?
You
Could
haven't
be
seen
Jesus
that?
in there?
Y'all, it's like a Bible.
Nah,
It's like a Bible
nah,
fighting.
man.
I just
Bible
got
Jesus
one
game you
question.
talking about?
It got Moses on
I
there. He
have
be
one
part of the Red Sea on
question.
that ass.
Can I go to someone drinking water and make it wine?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Then
but
I am not playing it then.
Wait, Jay, you know what he
That's
does
the
have,
whole
though?
purpose of the game.
You know what he does have though?
What
You
does he
know,
have?
you know how he was on that cross? He basically broke the cross. The nails are still in his hand, and he's holding pieces
Yeah.
of the board to
Oh,
fight
wow.
you with.
Like you
Oh.
remember, y'all see?
What's
On
it? Wait,
Back
what's the
before?
name of this game?
I forgot the name
I
of it.
don't
It's
know.
like
I
God's
just-
something.
Yeah, it got a lot of heat.
Just type in
though.
the
A lot
Jesus
Yeah,
game.
of course.
Just type in Jesus
Yeah,
game.
Because blasphemy.
Jesus fighting game.
Well, most people ain't gonna like that. It's been banned a lot of places.
Yeah, it's been banned.
But
in a lot of
apparently, I
places.
did see that there's somebody's trying to run a tournament, and like the prize, it was a crown of thorns.
And the prize.
The prize.
The prize was a
I don't know how real that was.
That whole team going to hell.
Exactly. But moving on, we've got this other game
Yep.
that's in the indie scene that's essentially focused on this whole simplicity over
Combinations.
button inputs and shit.
Button inputs.
So basically, this game is called.
No guts, no glory.
No.
No, it's just guts. Okay, fine.
That was the last game. I know. We had some technical difficulties.
No. The last game was the Jesus game. Hence the crown.
Yeah.
Hence them going to hell.
Yeah.
This game is
Yeah,
the
it's
guts
the guts.
game.
Wait, what they call this game?
No guts, no glory.
Oh yeah.
It's called Guts.
I'm fucking up.
All right, so it's called Gory Ultimate Tournament Show.
Yeah.
Guts.
And again, it's essentially like one of these time killer-esque games where you just like dismember the fuck out of people until they die. And it's got weird ass characters like a buff ass like preacher dude that's trying to spread the word through bodybuilding and shit. And he's pissed that everybody fat.
Man,
So
honestly, the game looked real goofy.
it looked goofy as hell, but it looks
As
fun.
hell. You get to fight with like you lose legs and you keep fighting.
Exactly.
You fight
It's
on your numbers.
fucking ridiculous.
But the unique thing is, there's no health bars.
no health bars.
No health
No
bars.
health bars.
And also
Just
the
guts.
characters.
It's just
Yeah, just guts.
That's it.
Guts
Limbs
everywhere.
and all kind of just.
They have stage interactions. You can knock
yeah.
them into like a fan on the side of the
saw
side,
blade and
or
shit,
like
yeah.
fucking
Or they get hit by
and
trains.
stuff like that.
Stop. Get obliterated by the number 12 train, whatever.
That was my Broly.
But that game is ridiculous. I suggest you have to like see it because the way we describe it, like the best I could come up with is Time Killers, and a lot of people don't even remember that game from back in the day. So
Yeah, look up Time Killers.
look up Time Killers, then look up Guts, and then
no good, no glory.
no good, no good.
Oh yeah.
Look up Gory Ultimate Tournament Show because
And
Guts might show you
Just
something else.
Guts fighting game.
Oh yeah,
It'll
do
come
that
up.
too.
But next up was Fantasy Strike.
Fantasy Strike.
You said you saw a little bit of this, right?
Yeah,
Eric?
I seen a little bit of it, man. It's supposed to be kind of like a simpler fighting game. Their health bars are like these little chip things. So you really got to watch it. You can die quick as fuck
Yeah.
in this game. I think even chip damage takes a lot of health in this
Yeah,
game too.
and it's a little different control wise because you know when we're used to playing fighting games, we push up to jump, but they use a button
They have a
like in
jump
a
button.
brawler.
Yeah.
Oh, like Smash Bros.
Yeah, like in a brawler. And they got some interesting characters too, but again, this is kind of going back to that whole like we don't want all these crazy inputs. We just want you to focus on strategy. So now you can focus on what you're doing rather than how to do it. And it reminds me a lot of another indie game that never saw the light of day.
Wait, before we
niggas
move on from this one, is this like Avatar based with their powers?
It seemed like Avatar and Naruto based.
like
sort
ice,
of.
Firestorm.
Like, I don't even know how to describe the characters. Like, they all seem sort of like guys. Like, they've got like Golem. They've
Yeah,
got
'cause
like
isn't
a
that-
random like dude with a pocket
nice
watch that can like
supers.
throw fucking what do you call them, gears and shit at people. It's
Yeah.
strange. but it looks really cool, and a lot of people actually did give it positive reviews. Like the guy, it's made by Serling Games, and
I got a black ninja chick in there.
Exactly,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
Actually-
okay, this is like almost Naruto-esque.
Yeah, so the guy, it's by Serling Games. It's made by David Serling, who used to work, I think, on Street Fighter 4, if I'm not mistaken.
The best Street Fighter that ever came out.
Well, maybe not Street Fighter 4, but he used to work on Street Fighter games.
Yeah, I'm putting that on
And
record.
he also
Hey,
used
no,
to play.
I agree with you because Street Fighter 4 had my favorite Street Fighter character of all time.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
fuck
El Fuerte.
All day.
But yeah, this game looks ridiculous, and it has some clout because David Serling worked on it, of Street Fighter fame, and I think it could be dope. A lot of people played it. Justin Wong had his hands on it at PSX.
I think Maximilian
LPN played it, huh?
Maximilian.
Did he?
I think so.
He might have.
Yeah, you know, he played it. He plays
probably-
every
yeah,
fucking
he played
computer
I
it.
game.
saw-
He played it.
I saw Vesper Arcade play it on this channel, but I mean, Justin Wong and LPN actually came back with some pretty good feelings about the game, so I'm kind of hyped to see where this goes.
Yeah, fuck Justin Wong.
Hey.
We talk about your favorite person in the world.
Right.
Like, look, you gonna have to let that go, bro.
It's all good, man. This all love in FGC. You know what I'm saying?
And salt.
And salt. A lot of salt.
A little bit, a little sprinkle.
Look,
Sound like more than a sprinkle.
ice cold over here.
Hey, look, you put me out there like
Look,
that.
ice cold over here got
Don't put me out like that.
hypertension with all this salt.
Nah, man, don't put me out like that.
But this game
Yeah, this
really
game looks
reminds
pretty
me
dope.
of Rising Thunder, which is a game in that same kind of vein, trying to simplify the input so you can focus on strategy. And Rising Thunder never got to see the light of day.
Yo,
right?
what happened to
break it-
Rising
break it-
Thunder?
break
Because
it down real
I remember
quick.
looking for that
So-
game to come out on the consoles. I remember that.
It was only on PC, and it was in its alpha stages. Like, it wasn't even in beta, but Seth Killian actually, I think, was behind Rising Thunder when it was popping, and a lot of people were playing this game, and a lot of people liked it.
Oh yeah, bro. The most hyped person I seen play this was a Filipino champ, man.
Really?
He was, yeah. Like
Who was he playing?
Who was champ playing? It was
Shell. I think that's her name.
Shell?
Shell was
Yeah,
the girl.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
yeah.
I just wish...
You know what I liked about this game though? It was a breath of fresh air
It
for
really
us.
was.
Because of the mechanic it had. It was almost MOBA-esque in the way it approached specials. You had specials that you could put on your robot, right? We could be both be
But I
playing
think
Shell.
you say that again. You could put on your what?
Your robot.
This was a robot fighting game. Okay, you can continue.
look, for all of you fans of Metabots back in the day,
Gundams?
this was the closest thing to Metabots that you could find in a modern era.
Matter of fact,
It's 2v2,
this is
by
the
the way.
closest thing to that Power Rangers Megazord fighting game from way back.
From
on
way
Super
back,
Nintendo.
right? Oh my goodness, so good, man. And the thing about it is like the way you had your abilities on cooldown made it fair. The weaker attacks were able to spam with no
Right,
cooldown,
right.
and your stronger abilities took some time, and there was some strategy in customizing your robot for the situation, thus eliminating a lot of counter picking. And for a character specialist like me, I could just pick my favorite robot, and it's just me against the world, right? But I guess that's why they got sadly bought out
Yeah, man.
in its infancy.
Leaving the whole FGC salty.
Who bought 'em?
Salty.
Riot Games actually bought them, which at first, we were kind of happy about, like, oh, a big company is
Yeah.
picking this up, until they canceled it.
Like, why?
Oh,
Stop
man.
working on this very awesome game that'll make us a lot of money
I
right
just-
now.
I don't get it. Like, look at it. Like, if y'all haven't seen Rising Thunder, go look up some footage of Rising Thunder. It's there because that's the only way you're going to be able to see anything about this game is footage. Like, I don't know. Alex Valle played it. Watch his videos. But it just sucks that they decided to cancel this. Because for what? You know what I'm saying? They had such a good thing going with this.
Right.
This was
And,
so good.
And I thought that having a big company now it was like, was it last year before last
so, yeah.
that they bought it out. Now I thought that some more development would have happened, but they announced that there would be no more further development on this game.
They
And,
did?
and that they were.
I think we need to start a petition.
Right.
Yeah,
The Combo Breakers' first petition to get Rising Thunder back in production.
Please.
Now, I have been trolling the Cannon brothers, Tom and Tony, their Twitter, and I think the last time that they mentioned this game was like in 2015.
Oh, no.
Gosh,
Something
man.
like that, man.
Well, we bringing it back to life. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Please.
Make
Please
this shit
make
relevant.
This was refreshing because, guys, I can't remember the last time I played a fighting game where I was like, oh, did you see that move? What's that move?
Bruh, and you don't have to think about the inputs.
Right. Nowadays, I'm like, oh, there's another Hadouken. There's
Yeah.
another Sonic Boom. Oh, hey, the charge character. I haven't seen that before. Now, I liked the way where it brought me back to my childhood when I
Yeah.
first
When
saw
you just
fighting
thought shit
games.
was awesome.
And I didn't care about the moves or being the best. I'm like, I'm going to pull off that cool glowing green fireball with the hands. Did you see that? I don't know about y'all, but it was just magical to me. And
Like, you know how to do the red one?
right. The red one, though, like, you didn't care if you won or lost. It was just like, yo,
I did the red fireball.
Right. It was magical, and I felt like this game combined a lot of good, just a lot of good things. And it was
Yeah.
only in an alpha.
And this makes me think of something, though, because this has been something that's kind of talked about. Because, again, the common ground with these games is they're trying to simplify them, right?
right.
So, is that a bad thing? Trying to simplify fighting games so that they're more easily accessible. That doesn't count out, high-level play at all. Just the fact that anybody can pick it up and play it. Because that's what they tried to do with Street Fighter V, right?
Here's my beef with that.
No, that's
No,
what they're
you
trying to
still
do
gotta
with
have
Marvel
skill.
vs. Capcom. They
No.
simplified
No,
it,
they
didn't
did it with Street Fighter 5 as well,
The
yeah.
whole
Okay.
point. They tried to do it at Street
You
Fighter
don't-
yeah, they did it,
You don't
they
have
did
to
it,
plink in Street Fighter 5 like before. That was mandatory. If you didn't know
One
how to
frame
plink,
links,
one frame
you
links,
can
you
do
were just, you,
I mean, but that's ridiculous though. One frame lengths is just it makes
And
no
that's
sense.
that's a good argument to make more
a
simple
fucking
games.
60th of a second to press a button.
That's why you plinked.
hey man, if you ain't plinking, you ain't playing.
But
Ah.
I mean, like one frame inputs. I mean,
That's extra.
3 frames is fair to everyone. I mean,
So simplicity is good in the fighting game then.
that's not even simplicity. Not really. That's fair. 3 frames? Like, that's a blink.
Well, in the terms of inputs, like what types of buttons, like quarter circle forward, quarter circle
That's
back,
fair.
that's the things that they're
That's
trying
fair.
to tone down.
No, that's fair. I like that. I'm used to that.
So, because I know there's been like some issues with like some, maybe not necessarily pros, but people in the fighting game community in general, like kind of like thinking,
There's no
I
way
don't
you
know."
are indie fighting game community and you have troubles with quarter circles.
No. It's not the fact. It's not them having trouble with quarter circles. It's like newcomers having
newcomers.
trouble with quarter circles.
Here's my rebuttal to that.
Then the newcomers ain't welcome.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Straight
it's
You
not-
don't cross this line, right? You
I mean, I'm not that good at shooting games, so I just don't
Don't
But
play
but
it.
the thing is, the whole thing is they're trying to get this to grow. So they're trying to
I think
lower the entry so that more people can kind of find their footing in the game and then build up from
that's
there.
like making games difficulty easier so it can be bought by people. Like,
Bought by
like
scrubs.
phone game, like cell phone games, like they're simple as shit. And everybody
Yeah.
downloads it, blah 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 blah. But like, I mean, hell, you need
I
those
feel like-
fucking difficult games. You don't need to make
Yeah.
every game easy as fuck, just
Especially-
so everybody can play it. Fuck
Like
that.
especially in this situation
if you
where
ain't
you
got
have
no
a
skill,
fighting
you ain't
game.
got skill.
A fighting game is catered to a certain community. When a shooting game is made, it's about everyone. They make it simple enough that it's about everybody. But a fighting game is pertained to a certain community. So I feel like they really need to keep it that way.
I just got one question.
What's that?
Have you ever heard someone say, if this game was simpler, I would spend $60 on it and buy it?
I haven't personally.
That's bullshit. I actually buy games for the difficulty. I don't buy games because
Same.
Never heard
same.
anyone say, if this was a little bit easier,
No.
I'll pick it up and play it.
easier. No.
Exactly. So
That's
why
what
the
makes
fuck
me-
would they
that's like-
think,
You know what?
simplifying this game, we're going to get more sales.
Okay,
we're going to
so
bring it in a different crowd.
what about? Go ahead, Mario, because I know you got something to say.
Oh, I'm gonna let you guys say it because I'm
No,
gonna say
because
my
I was
piece.
gonna
I'm-
say, what about Souls games? Those games are hard. So what the fuck, y'all gonna increase the life bar and all that kind
That's
of
a
shit?
different
Lord?
type of
That's a
game.
different
But
type
I'm
of
just
fighting
saying, you're
games.
talking about making games easier.
No, just fighting games.
They're
Look,
making
man, if
fighting
you
game
can't do,
inputs
if you got
easier.
trouble with quarter circles and half circles, because
Well, it might-
look here, because like in the most difficult and on some pro level shit, you got to enter quarter circle and you got to press fucking like medium punch and medium kick to cancel out of that, and to do like a fucking half circle and
That's what they're
then
trying
do
to
a
avoid.
fucking. Fuck that, dog. You better learn how to do that shit. That's why you got
Exactly.
training mode.
Right, it's like
Exactly,
you
that's why you
gotta
got
sit
practice.
there and practice like every
You gotta
fucking
practice.
body.
That eliminates the practice.
Yeah, and that's what makes perfect. That's
You
like
gotta sit there and grind like all the motherfuckers that learn how to do that shit.
Okay, and before I get to you real quick, Mario, one more thing. So we all know, no matter how long you practice, you can still get bodied, right?
of course.
Yeah.
Somebody's out there always better
There's a
than you.
bunch of different facets to playing the game. There's, especially now with more complex game, there's learning your character's inputs to do the shit correctly, and then there's implementing your strategy.
But you know what though?
They're taking out the crazy inputs so you can just straight up implement your strategy.
You got
your
smashed.
setups.
You got smashed for that.
I mean, but these are just a few games though.
You got smashed.
All right, Mario, what you got?
I'm going to preface my whole point by saying fighting games are different than other video games. They
Thank
are
you.
more like a sport than a game.
Thank you.
Fighting games are something that, just like basketball, you can't expect to be good at basketball without practicing your free throws. It's just not going to work. Now, for the argument of making fighting games easier, yes, have an easy mode for the casuals, kind of like Marvel did, and have that be able to be turned off, because when you get into professional play, it is about skill. And yes, skill is about the tactics you put in and the mind games you play, but just like any real martial art, before you get to the mind games of your sport, you have to put in the blood, sweat, and tears and throw 100 punches to learn the physical part about a fighting game. Just like in a real fight, yeah, you could be able to throw a bunch of kicks, but if you don't know how to perfectly place it with timing and spacing, it's not going to work. Now, that is what makes a fighting game different than a basketball game or an action RPG.
Yeah.
It requires that I reach into your mind, right, and firmly plant my nether regions into your thoughts. Right?
I will place
what's
thine
happening. That is what's happening.
betwixt thine cheeks.
Now, I agree.
Preach to 'em.
I agree on the point that the fighting game community needs to promote growth.
Right.
Yeah, it
I
needs to
get
grow.
it, right? But that we do know that there are casuals and there are people who play this competitively. So just like what Marvel did, I will agree. Yeah, have an easy mode for those people.
Let 'em
but
in.
guess what? When it comes to tournament, we are about skill, and skill is about physical technique as well as mental technique,
Yes.
right? And so, yeah, we don't want like one frame links in a game, but I can't just be mashing X all day and feel that I'm better than you, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
'Cause
don't
fuck that.
inputs, and here's the thing: inputs, no matter how hard they are, can be achieved physically through practice and repetition. If you're complaining about the goal being too high in basketball, go back and practice your free throws, right? Before you come over here and talk about strategy on the court, because you can't be a coach unless you're a player first.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna leave y'all with that.
Exactly.
There it is.
I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
Moving on.
I wanted to add something, but you know,
I'm about to go Shannon Sharp with the wife beater on this. We can go.
We got other stuff. though.
Okay, all right,
So
all right, all right.
You know, y'all can settle that later in the
Okay.
first of 10 or something.
Okay.
No. It was to add. It was to add on to his point. It was to add on to his point. It's about that you have to lose, and the thing is, by losing, you got to know what is happening. You got to know what's going on
That's true.
in the game.
Yeah.
Like to become good at Injustice and Mortal Kombat, I got my ass whooped.
Same here.
But the thing is, yes, I got my ass whooped, but I was learning through that whole ass whooping.
Right.
And look at me now.
Right.
Still getting beat up.
I was about to say, they about to go there. They about to go there.
But moving on. So this is pretty cool. So WWE and IGN banded together
Okay.
for what they called the inaugural WWE and IGN eSports Showdown.
Showdown.
What is that? What that
So
is?
it was a little mini tournament
Okay.
hosted by Xavier Woods, and we all know Xavier Woods.
Man,
right?
man.
We see him at Dragon Con and take pictures all the fucking time.
Right.
But he runs the channel, if y'all don't know, Up Down on YouTube.
Check it out.
Check it out, which is actually pretty big in itself because that's, you know, it's still like that's actually a subsidiary of WWE.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they're doing that through WWE, so it's getting pushed. Like, New Day even wear that shit on their uniforms. It's great. But anyway, So they had this little tournament, and then basically they had some of the superstars like AJ Styles, who was it? Cesaro, Xavier Woods himself, Kofi Kingston. They played a little mini tournament in Marvel Infinite, right?
You right?
You know, had crowd around there, had Greg Miller from IGN, you know, doing the comment. He was even doing like some little heel bits, like, you know, picking at Xavier Woods. Like they were going back and forth. It was funny. But they had a little mini tournament for Marvel, and essentially Kofi ended up winning their little tournament there. He beat Xavier.
Oh.
Yeah, which was kind of fucking cool. And of course, it wasn't like super high level play or anything, but it was still hype to watch because they got hype, we got hype, the fans were hype. It was cool, and it's on essentially a bit like this is WWE.
Yeah.
And another cool, but this is actually a favorite for me, was that they actually had a tag match, right? And so it was Sasha Banks versus Bayley, and they got to pick 2 partners. Mm-hmm. And the partners were people that we know.
Wait. Tag matches in like for real tag match in the ring?
Nah, they wasn't slamming each other. Nobody slams.
Because I'd be jealous.
Nah.
I'd want to get on a tag match.
I would too. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't that kind of tag match, Mario. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So essentially, they Sasha Banks played Bayley, and then 2 people we know, which were Filipino Champ was on Bayley's team.
Oh.
And Hollywood Sleep was on Sasha Banks' team.
Right.
And they were, you know, going back and forth. And that was really hype. The fact that they brought, like, you know, actual players out to show these people some high level play. And, you know, Champ mopped Sleep, but, you know.
Right.
It was a pretty cool little showing. So I hope they get to do more of that because that's actually pretty big, you know, for video games in general. I love what Xavier Woods is doing with Up, Down, Down.
I'm be a little bit of a wrestling fan.
Oh, me
here,
too.
Right. His character, his persona that was created, the entire New Day scene. Like wrestling has always had a character for everyone. And to have a character for me as a gamer,
it's meta as fuck.
It's amazing, and they have way too much fun. I love it. You know what I really wish would translate over from the wrestling world to the fighting game world a little bit more?
What's that?
The showmanship outside of the ring. Right, we get that a little bit with the pop-offs.
And we get that as CEO, because they do
CEO is really the one that really, like, takes it.
Yeah.
But we don't have, I mean, we used to have a heel. I mean, F-Champ at one point was a heel.
K-Brad is,
you know,
well...
K-Bad used to be a heel.
He used to be a heel.
He's
just
face,
fucking hilarious.
He's a face now, right? Like, after that pop-off at Final Round, he a face now, right? You know, like... I want that showmanship to come back. I want that fighting game person you love to hate, right? And I want them, you know, to be challenged by somebody. And I want the promos to come out, the YouTube on Twitter,
like how fucking
like K-Brad.
DJT did the thing for the
DJT
ESL last year.
Blueberries, what? What's better than all this sunshine?
Bruh.
Better than these blueberries?
Bruh.
Stop.
But that was really cool.
And I was so hyped. It got me so ready for it, and I was so excited for the community. And I kind of want to see people kind of break out of their shell and just be a little bit more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Smug is amazing at that. You know, building a whole persona, just being himself. You know, and you know, you can't have everybody be a showman, but like
it just ain't everybody.
As it becomes more mainstream, I just, you know, I want to have that athlete that you just love to hate, like, you know, the Ivan Drago of fighting games. Where's my Rocky at? Come on, people.
If he dies, he dies.
Right.
But yeah, that was really cool. I'm glad that they did that, and I look forward to more of them. So Xavier Woods, keep doing that shit. We want to see that. Next up, so Arcade Edition for Street Fighter V. Apparently, on its release, all that stuff isn't coming with it. It's got codes instead to download it.
What?
Wait.
Are you fucking? You better be fucking joking right now.
Wait. Explain.
Say what you just said again.
Explain.
So instead of the Arcade Edition having everything on the disc, it's going to come with codes.
Oh, you talking about to download the shit?
To download the
Gotcha.
Oh,
no,
wait.
That's what you mean? I got you. That's still not okay.
No, you buy the game. And
I understand what he said there.
what's wrong with it?
Perfectly. I'm buying the Arcade Edition. It's supposed to come with everything right out the jump. I shouldn't have to download shit. I shouldn't have to update shit.
So
Everything's
essentially,
supposed to
what
be
it
in
is
there.
It's an
they're
update,
selling
though.
you
No.
like the base game, and you got to go download the other stuff.
Now, are these downloaded things that you have to get included in the cost, or is this a separate?
yeah, no,
thing?
this is part of that whole pack. You just get download
Included.
codes in the package.
So I wonder if it's this, just to play a little bit of devil's advocate here. I wonder if all of that stuff and content really couldn't fit on a disc.
Maybe.
It should.
No,
Lies.
shit.
Should.
I'm just a question. Just a question.
Well,
Shit,
well,
I
'cause
call
it
number
should.
one,
It
we
should.
live in the age of patches.
We got
now.
Blu-ray
Like
discs
they can
now.
download everything.
Yeah,
you can,
I
I mean, you can
mean,
download.
yeah,
It's
that
probably
too.
what they
They
did. It's
fit
just easy.
The Witcher on the disc.
Yeah,
How big that fucking game?
I have
Hell yeah.
It was just
But
just question.
I think
didn't know,
I think some of the little hang-ups, because like I understand kind of where they're coming from with that. But I think some of the hang-ups could definitely occur like in the tournament scene where somebody's, usually for tournament organizers. What the fuck did I just say?
Well, you better get
tournament
organizers.
organizers.
I'm bringing that back next podcast.
Right.
Organizers,
I'm
please do.
Organize.
Make me a shirt too. But the tournament organizers would probably have a hard time because they can't just switch discs out now. Like
That's
have
another issue. What about used games? Like if I bought Arcade Edition used, am I going to get those codes?
Nope. Because
So-
those codes have already been used.
So I guess they
Oh,
heard.
now I see what you're
They
saying.
heard. They
this
heard
is
Ice Cold.
horseshit.
No, they heard Ice Cold Crusher talking about some boycotted by buying used games.
I
and
was
they
thinking
said,
about that when I
We
was
got
writing this
something
up."
for that behind. You feel me?
But it's free. If you already look, listen. Everybody that now owns a Street Fighter V gets Arcade Edition. Point blank. Period. It's a free update.
Yeah. For people who have it, they get a free update.
Yeah, but for people who buy it used, they don't.
They don't get
free
that.
update.
They have to go and
Ar-
get those.
Arcade-
But it's still a free update though.
No, like let's say if I'm new to Street Fighter in general, and I'm like, oh, this Arcade Edition seems pretty.
They're gonna expect
my alley.
They're gonna expect to have all the characters. So,
You know,
yeah,
like I
they'd
want
be
to go
mad
there and I
disappointed.
buy it used at GameStop because I'm struggling in these tough times. In these modern times, I don't have the funds to get the game new. I go to my local GameStop, I get it used. What do I get? Nothing. Because I'm pretty sure they're not going to give you recycled download codes.
No,
No,
they
they're
can't.
not.
They
Hell no,
can't.
they can't. They
I
can't.
don't think it's a code though. I mean, the Arcade Edition a code?
No.
No.
The arcade edition is the game. The DLC characters are code.
The DLC characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you don't get them with the game. So if you bought it used, you're going to be like, how do I get these DLC characters for the Arcade Edition?
They probably should give you like a used game code thing.
No,
Something.
they should just put them on the disc, like Jet said.
Boom. Back in the beginning. I'm
That's
back.
true.
I'm back with the fire.
It creates a lot of problems, just like with the tournament scene. You
It's
know,
like buying the games with those online codes.
yeah. It just seems weird, man.
It just be a lot of workarounds that people would have to do that.
Maybe they
sometimes
just like you
people
just
don't
need to
wanna
buy the shit new. I mean, it's gonna be $39.99
I
for
mean,
the people
yeah,
who
but
have
shit,
not,
here.
who doesn't own it, and if you already own it, it's a free update.
It's a little inconvenience though. I think.
It is.
But,
I don't know. They want some money.
Moving on.
But I mean, what I do want to say is they're finally, as far as I'm concerned, they're just now releasing Street Fighter V.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
This is what should have happened at the beginning.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully they learn from this. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes when
I
people
doubt
get in their
it.
hands.
They
They're
never
idiots.
will.
They never learn.
Never will.
They
So,
never learn.
next up in news, it came to us kind of random. I think we forgot to talk about it last time, but we just randomly got an Adam
It
trailer.
was meh.
Because it was.
It was meh.
Well, his playstyle could be cool.
meh.
I'm interested in Adam.
It
I'll
looks
be-
interesting. The
I'm
shrinking and growing and shit.
You're like.
Look, I'll be the devil's advocate here. I am really interested in Adam as a character.
But his design sucks.
It's based off of the CW TV
Yeah.
show
Well,
design.
nah, it's not even.
No, it's not
that.
even that. It's just that
It's like
fucking-
low key kind of got like inspiration from his like old costumes, but like even in the comics he didn't have really good costumes.
I
so.
know, but I mean, like, come on, think about where the source material for this game is coming from. Everybody in this game, just about, is from either a relevant TV show or a relevant movie.
Yeah,
So this Adam is more like the.
Pray like he in football.
it
gear.
really don't even
Yeah,
look like
shoulder-
that one.
but
Like
it's-
that one
it's
looks
more-
more like Iron Man.
It's more inspired by Adam because, like, look at it. It looks like the TV show Ray Palmer's armor without the extra lights, and I'm pretty sure the gear system is gonna make him look just like
I
the
hope
TV
so.
show. It can't be
Because
worse
his,
than.
his gear better be bomb
Look,
because this design sucks.
Look, it cannot be worse than Raiden and his Ric Flair chest.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'm just.
You
Gonna
ain't
put
gonna
that
be
out
talking
there.
about the nature
I got a question though. I got
yo,
a question.
Look. Raiden came out there like his chest was saying "woo," but it was really saying "woo." Okay.
You got Avery?
Yeah, like man, where the fuck is Hellboy?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Wait.
Who the fuck-
There's
give
been
me-
news on
Not
that, guys.
one
Hellboy's full video is expected to be released like soon, and this weekend is a big event.
Soon.
Wait,
Soon.
I'm waiting on a
Soon.
date.
I'm waiting on a date too.
Hold it down.
This weekend is a major gaming event. I forgot which one it is,
But
but
shit, what is this weekend? Shit.
but there's a chance that it could be released soon, and everybody's been talking about it. It's very curious though that they put Adam before Hellboy, which I don't understand why they would do that. Like we had
Because no one cares about Adam. They like, we just have to get it out.
What's
Just have to
the
Just
release
push it out.
something.
Just, he's still man. Hellboy.
Yeah, I'm waiting on him. But in other news, Marvel Infinite apparently had a rough weekend around DLC. So on
You
top,
want them to fail. You just want them to
he
fail.
really wanted
You're not supposed to want the
What?
game.
But,
man.
Man, I don't want it to fail.
Yeah, you do.
No, I
Yeah, you
don't.
do. You want that game to fail.
Spider-Man is awesome. I want this to succeed.
to. So
I
on
want
top
that
of
game
like
to fail.
sales probably not being as good as they wanted it to
I called it. Okay.
be. So they had some issues. First of all, Spider-Man has an Infinite with his web ball, and I think is it the Power Stone?
Power Stone.
Yeah,
Real-
reality stone.
Reality
Yeah.
And you
Reality
just
Stone.
do
Web-
the projectile.
Reality Stone.
Yeah,
Web
exactly.
ball.
That's exactly what it
Reality
is.
Stone.
So if you
Web
got
ball.
the timing, you could just spam Reality Stone, web ball, Reality Stone, web ball.
But I hear, okay, yep. That's a thing. But
Yeah.
we know Marvel is known for Infinite.
It's known
so
for broken stuff.
I don't know why people are surprised. Marvel without an Infinite doesn't really feel
Yeah.
like Marvel to me, and
then-
I'm not even a Marvel player.
Yeah, and
it
also
is
like
called
there's been like
Marvel
debate
Infinite.
like within the community, just as like should we keep it in or not? Because some people think it'll be like a slippery slope with patches. Some people think that like we know this game be broke, so just let it be, let it rock. I don't know.
No, but we live in a day and age of patches, remember? So
I mean, they probably will
let's
patch
just-
it out.
Just get that shit out of there.
But like besides the Infinite,
They already patched one Infinite day one, so they did have other Infinites in the game, and I hear Thanos got some weird dirt too. So it's Marvel, guys.
Yeah,
it's
it's
Marvel.
Marvel.
Come on, man.
and yeah, they apparently had some issues with rules at the Fall Classic too.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's kind of a weird situation because it's a new game. I mean, that happens.
No.
What?
This was a specific design decision that has not been a thing for us. There is that easy mode.
Oh yeah, that's true. It
In
goes back to
Marvel
that. Yep.
vs. Capcom Infinite, we were just talking about this. That just allows you to be a scrub and mash
light,
buttons and be doing
mash
cool
medium.
combos, which is fine for new people and people who just want to play for fun. You
Yeah.
and your boss who doesn't play video games just want to play some stuff, right? But when it comes to a competitive thing, when we are matching skill, that is a no-no.
Yeah.
Because that is like that is like giving the best player in the world a handicap, and like, why?
Yeah.
People are pulling off combos and things that should be technically hard. You should achieve a level of skill to do it, but because easy mode is on, it messes up, and it affected that tournament. It was just
Right.
like, yo,
The
he's
dude
beating
was
me
mad. They had to
because
replay the set.
Yeah, because easy mode is on, and the judges had to make a call right then and there
Yeah.
mid-tournament, and you got to respect the judges'
And you
decision
gotta
at
stick
the end
by
of the
that
day,
decision.
But some
Like-
standardization needs to be set, and I think the right way to go moving forward is take easy mode off. Look, Sonic Fox went against Filipino Champ, like, first to 10. I was scared. I thought Filipino Champ was about to get Perfect Legend because it was looking rough for the
It
first.
was close.
It was
but
close.
wasn't-
Ooh.
Actually,
But-
no, it wasn't that close. Not like Perfect Legend. He got 13 old.
But after you get 4-0'd, I kind of start thinking, oh my goodness, is this going to be 5-0? Then, because it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
You lose momentum, but F-Champ, being the professional that he is, was able to recover, and it was a good set.
Yeah.
But you would notice that in between the sets, people would go back and check, yo, is easy mode on?
Yeah.
Like, I saw that a couple of times.
because people were questionable about Sonic Fox winning.
People,
Like he won at CEO Taku,
yes.
and when people were questioning there because there wasn't like a real big like pool of heavy hitters there, but then he won in LBC twice and beat
Yep.
Ray Ray.
Yep.
And 3-0'd him the last. Well, I think he came from losers the first time, lost 2-1. I mean 1-2-1 the first set. Reset the bracket, and then 3-0 Ray Ray. And then the next time at NLBC 3-0'd him again. I don't know, man.
Now, there's a big hot button topic around this, right? And I want to bring this up because it's very relevant. Now, guys, we come from the NRS scene. We know the phenom that is Sonic Fox. Right? He has been terrorizing and taking our money since day one.
And now he wants other people's money.
Now, a lot of people in other fighting games seem to have a lot of mouth, right? And a lot of talk. Oh, Sonic Fox is only good because it's NRS, and NRS games are blase, 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 blah.
NRS
right?
wasn't
Basically
even his main
he
game.
relies on a specific tactic, right?
Right.
Resets, all this other
Set
kind
up.
of stuff.
So now he's entered into Marvel. What people don't understand is Sonic Fox was great at Skullgirls. Sonic Fox just jumping into Street Fighter V was able to compete with the best of the best at final rounds.
With the worst character in the game.
With the worst character in the game, right? And he is a multiple Now, people, I saw it on Facebook. I'm not going to call any names out, right? But people was just like, oh, like Sonic Fox is not that great. And there's been a big debate, especially I see the people have a lot of opinions. So, guys, I want to ask you, what do you guys feel about this? Sonic Fox has proven himself to me to be competent in any fighting game that he puts his hands on. A lot of people who were playing Tekken were like, oh, he needs to play a real game. He got bodied in Tekken so-and-so. That's why he didn't play anymore.
I think a lot of people in Tekken are like that in general because I see that a lot from Tekken players. And, no shade, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? And just give the man his credit, man. If the guy is winning, let him win. Whatever tactics. As long as he ain't fucking cheating motherfuckers. He's good. He's good.
He's good. He adapts. I'll never forget. I took 1 round off of him, and I'm happy as hell I took that 1 round off of him.
When did you take it? Whoa.
Back in MKX with my Cortal Khan, I took 1 round off of him.
Wait, how come we never heard about this?
Yeah,
I heard about it.
I
heard about it.
Wow,
You told me about it.
He was playing. I think I told you about it. He was playing Tanya. I took 1 round off of him. That was the only round I won. I faced him 3 more other times, and he whooped my ass. He downloaded me like that right after that first round.
Yeah, I mean the guy's a savant, dude.
Yeah. Now, for anybody who out there want to be like, yo, M, you jumping on the bandwagon? You're a Sonic Fox fan. I am a fan of skill and competency, right? And I will guarantee you 99% of these people out here talking that noise will get bodied by Sonic Fox, and he will talk trash about your mom and give you a hug afterwards, and I will laugh. I will laugh.
Don't forget. He'll say, I'm godlike.
No, the kid's got skill, man. You got to respect anybody who has skill and competency in these games because guess what? They put in the hours and the work, and it shows. That's all I got to say about that. For all you Sonic Fox haters, come at us on social media and Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And
let us know.
I will point out the fact that you can't beat him, so I don't even know why you got all that mouth.
Well, it's one more thing because you said earlier in the podcast you're just looking for someone that's in the gaming community that everyone can look at and they hate because how their skill is. And Sonic Fox is that person.
But Sonic Fox isn't I want a heel. I want somebody to come out there and talk trash, and people want him to lose, but they can't.
But
that's what he
does.
Is.
That.
He does. Yeah, I was about to say that's
he
what
doesn't. He doesn't have heel tactics.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He's more like, I don't know what you would call him. Because he comes in, he smiles, he gives everybody hugs. He's not a heel.
He's the LeBron
he's not a heel, but
he's the LeBron of the gaming.
Hating somebody because they're good is a different thing than hating someone because they're a dick.
True.
Okay?
So you just want some dickish guy.
I want people to come out here and braggishly be like, boast and be like, look, I'm the best. What are you going to do about it?
Bitch.
Yo, I'm going to put on my Tom Brady jacket. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come through and I'm going to tell you all you're crazy. And I'm literally going, I need that kind of guy that you're just like, I want to see him fall. Not because he's good, but because he's a heel. He gets the crowd riled up. Exactly. I want somebody to get booed. You know, like boo this man. Like yes, that used to be F Champ, and I used to love it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why he might have rubbed people, but I fucking love F Champ.
But it was because he was like the Vegeta of the FGC, man.
Yeah.
F Champ will come in there and be like, I'm the Prince of All Saiyans, and you couldn't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? And you know he's a cool dude, but it's like just the way people he presented himself in the earlier days, you know, he had the skill to back it up. And what aggravated you is you couldn't do anything about it.
He was just beat your ass, and you wanted to like do something to shut him up, But you just didn't have the skill.
You can't. You got to respect it. And I need a heel. And that's what I need. No heroes. I need
You
a
be
heel.
that heel. You claim to be Mr. Bad Guy.
You be that heel.
You be that heel.
I mean, I could be. Because I ain't got no sponsors. I could. Oh, I'll revel in it.
Especially with that 100% combo that you got.
Speaking of sponsors,
as soon as I master it, man, I'm.
That actually makes me. This is a good segue to the next point. Sponsors.
Ooh, what about the sponsors though?
So I really wanted to talk about growing pains in esports in general. Really, we're gonna focus mainly on the FGC just because that's what we know more. But I know we touched on a lot of this stuff when we talked to Sebastian, aka Chosen One. Shout out, homie. When we supposed to meet with him?
Yeah, I was like, where you at?
Yeah.
Where you at?
Where you was at, though?
We failed to unlock him this
But
episode.
still, how hype?
Too hype. You can't get too loud on me.
Can't too loud.
Everybody realized that at the same moment you asked. Like, he realizes this isn't going where he wants to go. But
yeah, so we did talk a little bit about this with Sebastian, and there were some really good points he made, but there was something that happened in the past couple weeks that kind of sparked this topic again for us. Okay. So a Twitter user at MTLJer, he's a pro Injustice player out of, well, I guess he's out of Canada since you got MTL in his tag, but he plays for Fire and Ice, the team Fire and Ice. But anyway, he started a thread essentially talking about the Injustice 2 Pro series and pretty much offering some criticism.
Can we go down to some of these points real quick? We can just on it real quick. So
we got it.
Okay,
we'll
all right.
roll through. You want to read through the points?
I mean, I could read through it, but you. I mean, go ahead, Maestro, please.
you guys are idiots. You guys are fucking idiots. Back to the discussion before Jacoby dies.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, Mario almost killed me. So he made a few. I guess he kind of laid out a few main points. So one of them was that the IPS, and these are quotes from him. These are straight from his tweets, right?
Right.
The IPS season should have been longer than 4 months. The game is nowhere near fleshed out, and no one had time to go to everything.
Pause real quick. IPS is Injustice Pro Series. Continue.
I mean, what y'all think about that? Should it have been longer?
It should have been a fucking yearly event to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly, yeah.
You wait so long for a fighting game. We've all been, Injustice,
Yeah.
we've been pondering over the shit since its fucking release. You're going to have something this big and how much money they've already put into it. You might as well have it last at least 8-9 months, how I feel.
How long is a football season?
I can't even remember.
Damn.
You got to ask somebody who watched football.
I mean,
I watch highlights.
Year.
That's it.
It's different, though. I see what you're doing. Stop it.
Okay, I'm just
But
I feel
the
like
second
that's
point.
NRS's problem, though.
Well, yeah, that's true. They, I guess they could probably flesh that out a little bit more.
And that's why you want to keep the series going, because you want to keep your game alive.
More so like Capcom Cup.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if they followed that format a little bit, it'll probably be a little bit better. His second point, though, was E-League. No one knows a damn thing about E-League besides the date, and that's it. And no one has been contacted about it either.
Lies, we have. Ha ha.
Well, we got the inside scoop. But personally, I don't remember seeing any advertisement about it.
now.
I saw one yesterday.
Hey, I see advertisement because I'm in the commercial.
Well, E-League is new, guys.
It's very new.
They're just establishing themselves in the community now.
Let me rebuttal that real
Okay,
quick.
rebuttal.
If you're new, the first thing you want to do is promote.
Well, true,
Yes.
but we don't have the inside story here now. Sebastian was supposed to be here to kind of give us C1, where you at, fam?
Where you at, man?
We're going to have him come in on the podcast and explain that a little bit more, because he
'cause
can give us the insider opinion
That
on
would make more sense.
what's going on in E-League. Because a lot of the times we as outsiders can say, hey, this is the effect that we see. We're going to make an opinion on it. But like I've just learned recently, like why El Fuerte wasn't in 5 possibly.
Right.
And it blew my mind, and I would have never thought about that because I didn't have the insider scoop.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody ain't gonna have the inside
Right.
scoop, so
I
they
mean,
do have to promote
did
this.
you
Like,
get
you
the
have to
last-
let people know, like,
Yeah.
regardless
Did you
of
get
how
your answer?
fresh you are. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, well,
Wait,
if you
let
want
them know who you spoke with first to get the answer.
Oh man, I don't know if I should drop names.
All right, we want to drop names. I dropped names when we did the.
I usually clear it with people first.
Yeah,
you know, like
it's nice to
cool,
ask
it's cool, it's
permission.
cool.
I always
As
ask
we're learning.
beforehand so that I could drop names freely and without guilt. But I kind of heard around the wayside that because of the way El Fuerte's played, very rhythmically, you know those run loops, da 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 da. The crowd would chant along with it, throwing off players' rhythms, messing up their game. And as you know, as part of it, El Fuerte didn't show well in tournaments. And so there's like, being that Street Fighter V is more eSports based, they wanted to I don't think they would have made that decision to keep that character archetype in there, knowing that it didn't show well in tournament, which is, for me, reasonable. I can accept that. It was an executive decision. I'm like, fine. If the reason has changed, let me know. But that's what I heard from someone, you know.
Well,
So you're
From an
saying
unlocked
wait
character.
until we hear or know for sure why they
Why?
didn't.
but there's a lot of other characters that's not in Street Fighter V that you can ask why about as well.
But I don't care about them. I don't care about them. It was only
Damn.
El Fuerte. I don't care about Dan. I don't care about
Yeah.
the guy.
Don't get tigered uppercut across this goddamn room.
Look, you can't.
look.
You can't just.
Jesus.
They just threw him in there like he's a Street Fighter 4 character specifically, and I know they brought in Jury, right? I believe she was a fan favorite from that game, but there's no C Viper or Abel or L4.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Abel was in the storyline, and Jury was in the game. Both exclusive Street Fighter 4 characters. Argument moot. Objection.
No, but I just said, yeah, I know Jury is in the game. She's a favorite.
Well, why'd you contradict yourself in your own sentence?
Because she's a favorite, that's what I'm saying.
But what I told you, El Fuerte didn't show well in tournament, so he did not show up.
Yeah, they
Ergo,
didn't
he
like
wasn't-
him.
Yeah, he wasn't a favorite.
Guys,
He was
we
popular.
talking about El Fuerte and we got like.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
So, moving back to our original point.
Right.
So his third point, promotion, which we just kind of touched on. There was a lack of promotion in the NetherRealm scene, and it's insane. So who even knew Chasing the Cup was starting? And Chasing the Cup was like the they did this last year with MKX, but it's like the little series they had documenting pretty much everybody's path to Evo, and then the last couple episodes are going towards the Injustice Pro Series finals, grand finals. But so yeah, lack of promotion for that, which I didn't see any Chasing the Cup stuff either.
No, I
haven't
didn't.
seen
You
anything.
sent that link
Because I remember
didn't know about
last
it.
year, like I saw a lot of Chasing the Cup stuff, and this year it was just like, oh yeah, shit, it's happening.
Well, I mean, at this point, they kind of, you think they kind of got an audience that they know that they're going to come anyway, so they don't have to.
Bruh, this stuff is new
Well, he did.
to most people.
To that point, he did mention there's also a steady decline in viewership in the IPS streams, which is something
That's
I didn't
true,
know about.
yes.
Doing
I've noticed
far
that.
worse than MKX did. And he says, again, this is due to
It's
lack
due to
of
promotion. So
Right.
I mean, I guess you
Money,
could-
maybe.
they got money.
They
You
got-
see
No, they got
pay
money.
out in
It's the-
tournaments.
Right?
It's
They
promotion.
got
They're
money.
How
not
much
promoting it well at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's just the promotion.
Okay,
like
well-
throw us some ads on Facebook. Like I want, I want these tournaments.
Hold
and
up,
stuff
bring
to
that
just-
back. Hold up.
Facebook,
No. Hold up. You just throw that shit
Commercials
to
on
the
Twitch.
combo breakers and let us do it. We will have
Okay.
all that shit.
Right.
Just contact us.
Yeah, like I want this shit to annoy me like everything else annoys me on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I ain't see nothing. Like I see Capcom Cup shit all the time, you know?
Okay, so this is a moment of reflection, right? This is a good thing. It brings up the whole thing because he's got way more points to go into. You guys check out his tweet. He goes into depth into these points, but like, what could the FGC do then to increase promotion? Because remember, this is a new thing here, right?
Right.
He's harshly critiquing this, and I get it, but it's not like this is a regular thing that's been done all the time. The IPS series, the Capcom Pro Tour, these are new kind of ideas of bringing this long format, thing to something we're used to just watching on Twitch every once in a while because, Yipes is on there commenting and we might catch it. Like before this, I wasn't into tournaments having to catch them like it was a sport.
Right.
So maybe people aren't actually used to going out and catching these things as you may think.
That's
Now,
why you have to make them used to it, which
Right.
is why
Exactly.
you let people know that they're happening.
So what do you think? More social media presence?
Just promotion in general. Throw an ad on Instagram. Annoy me with something. Like I want to know somehow
Pay for
that
Facebook
this
ads?
is coming.
Yeah, Facebook be having ads in like every video now.
Bro, like I wanted, like if I go save something to my wish list on Amazon, that shit will show up on Facebook. Like, I want to see that shit.
I mean,
You know what
I
I
don't even
see here,
see
guys?
ads on YouTube either.
I don't see things that need to be fixed. You know what I see? I see opportunities. I think I'm down with Jet here.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
ambassadors of the FGC that we are,
Yes.
right? We should just go out and give this information, and we need to do some gutta guerrilla work. You know, throw some posts out there, promote some things, and be like, y'all need to watch.
I mean, as long as they paying.
Yeah, I got that check.
Or sponsoring us.
Oh
That
yeah,
too.
yeah, that's
Hey,
it.
hey,
That's
hey,
all we want.
hey.
Is songs.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, look.
We can always use a check.
I'll do it for the love of the game. Y'all could catch me.
check.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't really need no check, fam.
I need a check.
You know why I wouldn't need a check? Is because I want to see this succeed to where I can tell my kids, you gonna watch this halftime show, and I want to see. I want them to, I want there to be an IPS halftime show. I want there to be big bucks behind this. I want the thing that
Make
I
it
love.
feel like the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, I wanted to get to that status, and I wanted to finally topple all of those sports people, right? I want to go over there
shut 'em
to
up.
Wild Bills and just be like, put on the game. Sonic Fox is playing.
And so his last major
like
point.
the Tom Brady. Like,
Right,
shoot,
right, right.
yeah,
Right.
So
My
his
Tom
last
Brady gonna
major
take
point.
over.
His last major point was that there's so much information being thrown around in Chasing the Cup that, and he thinks it's it's played for the camera, which I think I can kind of agree. After watching it, I did kind of see that there was a little misinformation, just as far as like, first of all, they misspelled Black Adam. They spelled it like Black Atom.
Who?
In one of the little
These
cards,
guys.
like when you're watching Chasing the Cup, every time they show a play, well, not every time, but when they show a player on the screen, they have a little card that pops out that says who they are and what character do they play. And so I forgot who it was, but they said Black Atom. Like, just this is a major production. Like, you can't
Fuck up like that.
skip the
somebody
spell check. You know what I mean? I mean, Atom is a word, but look over your shit. But there was a lot of little misinformation stuff, like for example, when Infinity was playing Forever King, she's one of the sirens.
Right.
When she was playing him, I think that match was in pools still, and they said in Chasing the Cup that was top 16. I
Yeah,
think.
they said it was like top something. I remember that.
And
I was like,
which,
wait a minute,
you
no,
know,
it's
wasn't
not.
the case. So, like,
This is swimming pools. This is swimming pools, right? This
Right.
ain't that.
like, you have to, like, if you're gonna be reporting on this stuff, you gotta, like, know what's up. And maybe it was like a deal with them kind of being on the outside looking into the fighting game community and having their own kind of direction they wanted to do with stuff. I don't know.
Well, yeah. That could be a thing, too, because remember, fighting games are special
Yeah.
and they are unique. You can't be a sports analyst or work on something and
Right.
you don't know the game, right? I don't want to see people catching replays who don't know how to spot the hype.
And then-
I don't want to see people commentating who really don't. I mean,
Exactly.
E-League did it great, right? You pair the people who don't know but maybe have been announcing a lot longer than you with
Exactly.
people who know the game and know how to announce for a fighting game, right?
Right.
And you pair it up and it was a wonderful thing. It's a lot of things. But one thing I wanted to point out, speaking of the competitive nature of this, that was really, and they went into depth on this, the payout of IPS was a really big problem,
Yeah.
right?
And that really sucked because you had people flying from overseas, like Madsen, who apparently like quit
Yeah.
after all this
Yeah.
because he came from Germany to play in the grand finals.
Yes.
And went back empty-handed. Like, I think only top 8 got paid out.
I think if you were lower than top 8, you actually lost money competing in
'cause
the
you had to
IPS.
travel.
You had to travel, your hotel thing. If you don't have a sponsor, I mean, sponsors are losing out. And I love to hear, Sonic Fox won $140,000, or whatever. But that needs to be spread out a little more
Right.
evenly among top 16.
So this is my question to you guys. So, do y'all think that, like, with the current climate of fighting games and stuff, right? Do y'all think that players who have, I guess, do you think it's tailored nowadays more so to players that have sponsors? Like, do you think having a sponsor is like the end all be all. Like I know a lot of major players like Smug just got sponsored, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay, here's why I think it's going to be more geared towards sponsor, and it's going to be the nature of the beast, right? If you have a sponsor backing you up, right? First of all, your financial things are covered. A lot of people who go to tournaments, they take their tournament winnings, if they don't spend it, they roll it into how they're going to travel to the next tournament, and that's what just allows them to ride free, right? It's a good thing. But if you have a sponsor, that's then taken care of. Your winnings are now your money. The person who has a sponsorship also doesn't have to worry about a job in a lot of cases because they're getting paid either a stipend or, depending on the contract deal, maybe they keep the winnings. And so they get to sustain themselves, allowing them to focus on the game while you have to focus on your 9 to 5. Right. The other thing is support, right? Look at Punk. Punk wanted to start playing Injustice, right? His teammates help him with that because they are also very good professionals who can give him kind of a fast track, building on his already natural talents as a fighting game person, and they just kind of point him in the right direction. No, don't press that button. Press this button. Oh, great. Now I can body these fools,
and
right?
this kind of reminds me of something Pig actually talked a lot about chasing the cup in the Pro Series in one of his streams, and he brought up the fact that with a lot of these things, excuse me, like, damn, I just lost my train of thought. What were you just saying?
I was just talking about how Punk has a large support group.
That's what it is.
Yes.
So, all right, so Pig was pretty much talking about how the top players are usually the ones that you see the most, right? And what Pig was saying was that a lot of the top players nowadays don't produce as much content for the community that they used to, right? You still got guys like Shijinki Dink and Rio obviously doing stuff, but like those people that, we might have been used to seeing stream more often or like throwing up tech videos or whatever to support the community, we're not seeing that as much. And do y'all think that's like more like I guess, how can I say it?
You think it's because of their sponsors?
No.
Since they're paid,
No.
they're not
Here's the thing.
going more Twitch streams?
The IPS people, right? The people who are competing in that, just like Forever King said, they're too busy traveling every week.
True.
Guys,
Yeah,
this is
Twitch stream
they're
or tech video.
I mean, you're gonna have time for your Twitch stream, sure, but like you're going to be in the lab more often than not. You're not creating content that people want to see you work on the weak parts of your game, and at the same time, you don't want to show that to people who may be stream sniping you. You see what I'm saying? This is a fighting game. I mean, a lot of people who are practicing and trying to get into these professional things are working on the finer points of their technique. Just like a boxing gym, you're not going to go to a rival boxing gym and watch them practice against their weaknesses. So, there's a little bit of things in there. Remember, this thing is evolving, and I tell people just like an actual fighting sport.
Yeah.
So,
another question. Now we know this is getting big for us, right? We've got ESPN2 coming, like
Yes.
showing everything. Even Disney Channel displayed like the Smash finals from Evo.
What?
Yeah. So, with that being said, we also do know that with that came some issues. Like number one, Cammy's ass, just little stuff like that. But there's a lot of other stuff that we have to think about too. Like you can see it with YouTube now. So my question is, do corporations actually, like, are you worried that corporations will have way more of a hand in these things nowadays than they used to?
It's bound to happen. It's going to get out of control where to the point they start throwing money. We get levitated to the point that yes, we're starting to show up more on TVs and different platforms, but they're going to be orchestrating it like, hey, this can't be done here. This what needs to be done. All that pop off shit. They make sure they can't be cursing if we have it live.
Right.
Everything's going to get watered down. And it's going to be to the point where, I don't think it's going to get to the point where everybody's like, it's some bullshit. We're still going to watch and support it because that's just what the fuck we do. But yeah, they're definitely gonna once they see that this is a stream to a river of money, they're gonna try to take control of it.
Put their fingers in. Yeah. What you guys think? Corporations good, bad, yay, nay?
Good and bad, yo. Because I guess it's good for the money, corporate, blah 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 blah. But we all know, you go to a mom and pop shop, it's kind of like it's more organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
you kind of
Absolutely.
got that underground feel to it. You come in there, you kind of do what you want to do. It's not as many rules as when the corporate comes in. It, you know, a lot of things. It's like a lot of bare minimum things. More money coming in, but
Only a
it's
select few
not.
would
It's-
get that money.
It
yeah.
probably wouldn't be as entertaining and as enjoyable as the most people would like it to be.
You know what that just reminded me of? At E-League when we were like kind of giving Smug shit because he didn't seem like himself, but I think he might have just been trying to get a sponsor at that point because, you know, this was on TV.
Right.
And, you know,
So you
somebody
got to tone it.
you got to tone it down.
Tone it
son.
down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's it's kind of like, you know, when you got your kind of like a frick, Nick. You know what I'm saying?
What?
You know how it
That's
was.
old school.
And then you know it got too much. You know what I'm saying? And so they had to, you know, calm it down. And so, you know, now, you know, it ain't you know, hats and long tees. You know what I'm saying? It's suit and ties now. And wine and dine and everything like that. So
It's these lavish parties.
yeah,
rather
it's
than
getting
the,
all
the
lavish.
buck
man.
wild.
I think it's a double-edged sword for real.
Edgy.
Edgy.
What was that I said earlier?
Organized.
Organized.
You're bringing that back.
Yeah, that ain't
I'm
going
fucked
nowhere.
up.
You've been
Go
eating
ahead.
too much chicken.
Hey, a little
Don't
bit.
push it to the edges.
But it's a double-edged sword, and here's what I'm gonna say about it. It's a double-edged sword, and I don't know which side of the blade we're gonna fall on. You know what I'm saying? On the one hand, it is very good for us as a community because exposure.
yes.
Right.
There are going to be a lot of people who don't know the hype about fighting games like we do that are going to be exposed to this. The Turner had the Turner Mint employee Turner, which I took third place in, guys. Yes.
And he's wearing his Turner tee proudly.
Right. But I came back feeling very defeated, right? Because I felt I could have done better. And I walk into the office and the entire office is clapping and I'm like, what's going on? They said we were on the edge of our seats. We had no idea we were going to be captivated by this.
See, and that's the beauty of it.
These are people who don't own video game systems.
Oh wait, what?
Yes.
Because like I know some of these
They're
people.
just people that
No,
just
no.
watch.
It
Man.
wasn't the gamers.
It's entertaining to watch.
Everything that grips you about a sport or about a bout
Right.
between two
What is
people.
that chemical? What is it, like dopamine or some shit?
Yeah, it's
Dopamine.
dopamine. It's dopamine.
Yeah. You get a hit of dopamine because you don't know.
Dopamine
It's
good for you.
suspense. You don't know what's going to happen, right? And the game is easy enough to just watch and understand on a level like, oh, one dude is severely getting beat up. They were extremely invested in it. And everybody that I've brought to E-League, personally, they were like, I didn't expect to be so enthusiastic about this, right? My girlfriend, who doesn't know anything about fighting games, right, was just literally at the end, and she was just all in it, right? All in it,
she
right?
was.
So it's a good thing, right? That these corporations, and also when corporations come in, there's more money for the players, more opportunities. A lot of FGC and gaming sports have been going off on handouts and low income and getting by, passion discounts, if you were. Now we get money flowing into our community. Now we can have superstars, right?
Right.
On the flip side.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what about like the personalities?
The flip side.
community, like the grassroots stuff, where it came from. Like,
It's
people don't want it to
Gonna
lose
lose
that.
this underground touch.
you don't want to lose the things that make fighting games great, right? And you do that by bringing in people who cannot elaborate and bring the greatness out to the audience. You do that by bringing in announcers who make mistakes. You do that by bringing in people who don't know the game. They want to comment on it like it's golf or football. Like
Just have everybody do the little golf clap when somebody went just.
right. You don't want it to be tame, right? And you don't want players to feel like they have to be two different people.
Exactly. Which is my
Themselves,
whole issue with
right.
Smug and E-League.
Right.
Like, dog, be smug. Like,
Right.
I want to, just like how you were saying with personalities in the
Exactly.
fighting game community, like, we want that. There's like history here. Like, and I think that might have been one of MTL Jer's points too, talking about like, there's rivalries, there's history, there's like legit like stuff that goes on.
He said this: there is lack of storytelling being promoted. The thing about like a heated debate between McGregor and Mayweather, there was drama behind that. There was reason you wanted to see one guy punch the other guy's face. In the community, we know that because we know the players. But to the layman and these new people, they're like, why should I care.
Why do I care? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I would like to see more of the drama and the backstory being brought up. Like, remember that was it, I don't know who did it, if it was Kotaku, they put it out when they found the old school world's best Street Fighter player.
Oh, yeah.
And when I saw that, I'm like, yo, this looks like it's about to be a 60-minute, you know what I'm saying?
And that's how they
2020
should've did
type
Chasing the
stuff.
Cup.
Yeah.
That's how they should have did Chasing the Cup, because I feel like they tried to squeeze too much. Because Chasing the Cup episodes were like 10 minutes apiece.
Yeah.
No more than 15.
Yeah.
They tried to squeeze too much into 10, 15 minutes.
Right. We don't want this to feel like American Warrior back in the day, you know, like it's just these two competitors. You know, I want to hear the backstory, the Twitter beef. Bring it up on screen.
I was actually about to ask that too.
Yes.
Should they bring up that Twitter beef?
Yeah, they should
Give that suspense.
give it like, yo,
yes.
Yo, did you hear, man? Yo, F Champ was talking mad stuff about
did you
him,
see that
like,
said when he got bodied 10-0, blah, blah,
right.
blah, blah. Like,
But you know that will all come in time because the FGC is catching its stride in these early days. That's why I say I don't know which side of the fence we're gonna fall on.
Right.
You know, but it's definitely both good and bad in my opinion.
So, and do you think with these companies buying in, like, do you think it'll be like accurately represented as far as like the community goes? Because I mean, Chasing the Cup again, to go back to that, kind of seemed like an episode of The Real World, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like that.
Some of that stuff seemed kind of forced because we know these people know each other. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
you kind of need the player's natural self to come out. Like when Sonic hopped on stage, I forgot what he said. I think he said Slayer. I think that was free. That match
Yeah.
was free. Like we want to see that. We want to see
You
the
want
players.
that juice. You want
Yeah, exactly. You want that sauce, man.
They had little bits and pieces of it. Like, I had never really seen Theo get super hype until I watched Chasing the Cup, and he was like, "Let's fucking go!" Like, I want to see more of that stuff and like
Madsen
productions.
throwing down the chair. We need.
You want to see the animosity.
Did he hit Devil May Spy with that chair?
Yes. We need those moments.
I want to see more.
Pop-offs.
I want to see more K-Brad popping off of somebody's face at final round.
Oh,
that is
my
what I
God,
want to see.
that was so
I
hype
want
when
to
he popped
see
up on
more.
Wolf
I want
Dog.
to see more feeling involved in it because I feel like it's new, right? Players aren't sure how much of themselves they can be without getting in trouble with their sponsors.
Y'all want some love and hip hop shit going on.
No, because that
want
shit is
everyone
scripted,
being
kinda.
everyone.
Like,
Yeah.
they have a protocol they probably got to follow too. Like, no, I
Exactly.
want to see like the shit that I see at tournaments and on Twitter and just interacting
You
with
want it
people.
to
I want
actually
to
play
see that
out.
Yeah, I
in
want to
the-
see that because that's what it is.
Right. And that's the same thing I told my coworkers. I said, well, if you liked those fights, wait until you go on Twitter and understand the
Exactly.
reason behind these.
Or go to a tournament.
Right? Because there's a lot of emotions in fighting games, guys. Come on now, Salt is real.
It is real.
Very.
You know?
Especially
And it
between me and Mr. Mario over here. I mean, we go back and forth all the time.
Right, you know, and there's no good fighting game without good rivalries, without that emotion. Like, I want to see your passion for the game. Right?
No, don't let me win. I'm jumping over couches. I'm doing the
Man,
hammer
what?
dance in the hallway.
Man, to
It's a
Jet
wrap.
here, 1 win counts as 10 wins.
Right.
You'll mop him 10-0 and say he'll get that one win. Be like,
It's
I'm
even.
done.
It's even.
But, you know,
I
even
wouldn't
if
get
you
10-0.
don't know the
I
game,
wouldn't get 10-0.
Yeah.
I was just making an example, bro.
I wouldn't get 10-0.
It was hyperbole, dog. I was
Right.
I was being excessive, my bad.
Ooh, what was that again?
Purpley.
Hyperbole.
Say it again, please.
Wait, one more time. Hyperbole.
Need some new draws.
Did you shit yourself? Did you shit yourself?
But yeah, man, I think we all want to see more of that.
Yeah.
Coming into it.
I don't want it to lose the heart, man. And, you know, me personally, I'm fairly new to the scene. Like, I only really started going to tournaments around, like, the tail end of Street Fighter 4. But, like, I mean, that's what made me fall in love with it. Was just, like, you know, the rivalries, the backstories, like, all that stuff. Like, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we all wanna see it.
I would definitely say even going to Yomi when I got MKX and I was trying to compete in tournaments, seeing the rivalry between Forever King, Slayer, and Michelangelo.
Yeah.
That shit is you got to see it in person because it's the drama's real. It is real.
Drama is real. Dun dun dun.
But real quick, back to Chasing the Cup.
Okay.
So, there was another kind of hot button issue. I think And this was kind of like one of the things that I feel like people kind of just like lashed onto because I don't think he said anything really inflammatory, like, you know, but MTO Jur also said something along the lines of, you know, I feel like they spent a little bit too much time focusing on the Sirens, which is a up and coming girl group with actually a couple friends of ours, Rose and China. They're in there.
Oh, no, yeah.
But it's touchy because you know
Just say it. Just say it.
It's touchy
Yeah.
because people expect, like, you know, gamers to be dudes, and this is just not the case.
Look,
all these women are trying to do is make it a point to be like, yo, we here too. Like,
we game.
we
can
gonna
fuck you up.
We're going to address
kick
this
your
right
ass.
now because your boy Chris G had popped off at his mouth.
oh yeah, that was a long time
ago, but we know that this type
I
of
remember this.
microaggression towards women in the
gaming communities
in general is just we can't have this, man.
No.
Just
It's not cool because they're just here to play games like everybody else.
Look,
Right.
we know that mostly dudes play these games. I feel you, but video games are beautiful because regardless of your gender, your race, your physical disposition, shout out to, we know a whole bunch of like handicapped people will come in and beat you.
Shout out to Brawly Legs.
Bro, Brawly Legs will beat me on my best day 10-0 and I'll just be like, bruh, I just have to respect it. A kid will come up and beat you. An old man will beat you.
Yeah.
Like, why would you bring that sort of discrimination into this?
It's just like a stigma thing. Like,
Why would you even start that? Chris G,
Well-
I'm calling you out.
what he said,
And you
I
play
can't
with a
remember
girl.
exactly what it was.
You play with a girl.
Not a little. It was off the wall because I think he specifically mentioned, like, you know, black
He
women
did. He
too.
did. I didn't want to bring the
And
race thing into
nah,
it.
I mean-
but we're talking about the women here because, you know, here's the thing. My friend, right, my good friend, he will play Smash Bros. If his avatar is a black man, he will get way more hate.
Yeah.
If his avatar is a girl, he gets even more hate as a black. And we actually
It's
ran this and
weird.
experiment. They cannot
Like, how
handle
often
this.
has his fucking account gotten banned?
Oh yeah, they get him all the time. I have to give him my Switch like every other
Like,
week.
it's retarded.
Like, it's not my Switch, my Wii U, but like this is something that we absolutely as a community should not tolerate and accept. Because I personally know a lot of girls who will beat me.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
especially Lost Your Girl. If you haven't checked out on YouTube, check out.
You know, like even you ran some matches against Rose back in
I think so. And
in MKX.
She's fire, man.
And I was learning stuff while I was taking down
Like-
notes. Like, yo,
she actually took a game off Sonic Fox, I think, with her Canary once. I think they were doing like some team style shit. I forgot what tournament.
oh
it was.
yeah, you're right.
But
yeah.
I had talked to her about it afterwards, and like, it was like, yo, you took a game off. I'm like,
right.
they will body you. So,
Yeah.
but I will say this just because we kind of segued a little bit, but this is not to say that MTO Jur was saying inflammatory things about women. No, that was Chris G that said the BS.
No, yeah, he did, and I'll
So,
totally address that.
he would just kind of mention it in passing, and he just felt like people latched onto it a little bit and kind of blew it out of proportion and was saying shit. Because you know how internet trolls are. People behind the keyboard are saying all kinds of like stupid sideways stuff about like just to be inflammatory. You know what I mean?
But and you know, it's another thing too. Fighting games are similar to sports. Sports and any type of politics always come into it, and discrimination is a part of politics, and it will be gassed up. You know, you can't escape that.
Yeah.
So how do you escape
Unfortunately,
it?
yeah.
Close your mouth and keep your insecurities to yourself.
Exactly. If you got bodied by a woman, well, you just got fucking bodied.
And here's the thing, man. They don't even have to be good for you to validate them.
Exactly.
Everybody out here is just playing the game.
We just wanna play the game.
Like, you know, like what? Come on now. That's stupid.
Yeah,
It's dumb.
be smart about that stuff. Like, people just here to play games. This is a community. We want to grow this community. And we are not about that exclusion shit.
Yeah,
so,
man.
you know.
It's
With that said, we will be bringing a guest gaming girl on the next. I'll set it up. Don't worry about
But
it.
you know,
I was about to say, you better
I'll set it up. Don't worry about it.
make a return on these promises.
in response
I know a couple.
to this stuff that the juror was saying online, a lot of people kind of came in defense. I mean, and you know, there are like two sides to every coin, right? So while we brought up a lot of good points here that the organizers and promoters do need to pay attention to,
Right, they do.
you know, to make this thing better going forward, these little critiques, people also have to remember that, you know, sometimes these critiques, you know, can be not founded. Like if you were a competitor, why would you wait for invitation? Like Shujinki Dink replied and be like, "Yo, if you want to know where the last chance qualifier is, it's here." Like one person found the information, but this guy couldn't while he was ranting, and I know that it was kind of a thing that I like. Forever King came out and said, "Look, we're busy. We're professionals.
for sure.
We come out here every week. There are reasons behind everything, and I'm pretty sure the lack of marketing that we're seeing has a reason behind it, right?" And so, just remember, folks. Just closing out, there are two sides to every coin, and we want this community to grow. That's why we kind of highlight some of these things out here.
Because when you're passionate about something, you have to be critical.
You have to be.
Of course.
You have to be. If you wanted to get better, man, you gotta.
Because like love it or hate it, like shit changes. But like if you love something, you gotta be critical of it. Otherwise, you can't really expect too much from it.
Yep.
So
True that.
with that being said, y'all please check us out on social media. That's Combo Breakers with a K ending with a Z, and that's Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. But Twitter has the extra Z. Why, Jet?
Because we knock them out.
We knock them out.
You put him to sleep.
Well,
There's about to pass
yeah,
out.
ice cold about to be sleep too.
But check us out on social media, man. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you had any opinions on the growing pains of esports, or just any of the news bits, or if you ain't like how our audio was, or
if you a Sonic Fox hater,
Right.
fight me, nerds.
fight Mario.
just me.
Mario's gonna
Just
have
Mario.
like an army of motherfuckers waiting on him.
Oh, and I can talk.
Torches and pitchforks.
Like, hey, I know you. You're hoo-hoo. I got your number.
But yeah, please hit us up. We want to hear from you guys. And with that being said, this has been another episode of Combo Breakers. Episode 10, y'all.
Episode
Hell
X.
Yeah.
Episode X. You need to get more organization.
That's not what I said.
What is it?
He said organizers.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
We gonna listen back and we gonna find out what you
We'll be
said.
back soon.
Oh, we got the tapes.